For the Goals 24, I'm interviewing my grandparents right now. So, this is my grandparents. What was the year you were born? Let's start with you, Grandpa.
1947.
Okay, 1947. What?
1949.
1949, which would make you how old?
70.
70, and it'll make
69.
69. Family background.
Family background?
Yeah. Do you got any of
Well,
that?
my father was in the Navy. Another uncle was in the Navy. Actually, was in a movie that featured John Wayne and P.T. Boats. I had another uncle in the Navy. I got an uncle that was in the Army, World War II.
And the Air Force.
And my dad's dad, he was in somewhere.
World War One.
Well, I'm not sure if one or I think it was one, but never got a record on it. Then I had two other uncles that were in the Air Force later on in the 50s. Her dad was in the Army.
What is your background?
My dad was in the Army,
Her dad was in the Army.
and all of his brothers were in the service. Him and his brothers were all in the service at the same time.
First question, do you guys remember communism? Communism. What were your, do you remember your fears and stuff on it?
There was not too much personally because it wasn't a factor in small towns. We knew what to put on TV, like McCarthyism, which was not a good thing. But personally, it was just a bunch of boogeymen out there wanting to take over the world.
Because we were kids.
Did you guys ever have any fear about when the Russians got the atomic bomb?
Not until they started trying to put them in Cuba, when we almost came as close to having a nuclear war as ever in the Cuban crisis, when John Kennedy put a stop to them putting them in Cuba.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. On to question 3.
That's only 3 questions? Thought I gave you 10 answers.
I know. How did you guys react to the assassination of President Kennedy?
Well, everyone was in basic state of shock.
I was in science class and they came and told us. And so then when we got home that day, it was on TV. And we just sat in front of the TV and listened to the whole thing and watched it over and over and over.
Man,
Yeah.
can you imagine sitting in science class, dissecting a frog, and then all of a sudden somebody comes into your classroom and says the president was assassinated? Question number something, I lost count. 4. Yep, thanks, Grandma. What do you guys remember about the Cuban Missile Crisis?
That was Nikita Khrushchev trying to force the United States into the brink of a nuclear war. He snuck a bunch of bomb parts, rocket shot parts over there. But before he got the rockets themselves, the nuclear rockets themselves, the United States got wind of it, and President Kennedy ordered a blockade. And they weren't playing. That was, like I said earlier, that's the closest we've come to a nuclear war. But Khrushchev was the first one that blinked. That's when he turned around and took them missiles back. The reason it was so important to the United States, Cuba was just 50 miles away and there would be no warning against a rocket coming.
Here we
That's a
go.
good one,
This is
yeah.
going to be fun. Now we're getting off that bomb stuff.
Yeah,
Now we're getting into
That's good.
culture.
Okay.
What new technology do you guys remember about getting and using in your home?
Well, I remember my earliest memory is getting a TV.
Oh, that's something that I find kind of interesting because, like, I don't know life without a TV.
Right.
So, like, having the TV come in, like, it's, I don't even know.
I know.
Like,
And it was black and white,
Yeah.
no color. And our particular TV had a little TV screen like this,
yeah.
and then a record player to play music and a radio. all in one cabinet.
Man, that was kind
That
of.
was awesome. I wish I
Yeah.
still had it, but it burned up, and the smell, I can still smell it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was nasty. Anyway, you can white out that face.
Oh. No, I'm zooming into that as far as
I
possible.
remember our whole neighborhood getting out lawn chairs and blankets, everybody laying out in the yard, or Welch home, and he wheeled this brand new TV over the window, and we all watched television.
When the microwave or like the dishwasher came out, what were you guys' reaction to that?
Well, we didn't get them for a long time. Our friends had them, but we didn't have a microwave until I got married.
It was well after that. So this
No.
this one in your kitchen right now is your first ever
No.
microwave.
I've had
Wow.
several, but
Now, we had a washing machine that had a round metal tub, an arm that came over it, and then you cranked it like that to squeeze the clothes out and fall back in the washer.
you know,
That's
to bring the
that's
water
fun.
on.
What were your guys' favorite television shows?
These
There weren't that
music.
many to choose from.
Well, no, you had 3 stations or
Right.
3 channels.
Well, what we liked is Gunsmoke on Saturday night.
Gunsmoke, Paladin,
Western stuff.
Yeah.
Wanted Dead or Alive.
And we also liked I Love Lucy and Father
Oh yeah,
Knows Best.
we watched a video on I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
That was pretty entertaining. How else did you guys like entertain yourself besides watching like movies and
You went outside and you played with the other people.
Get the
Something they
neighborhood
don't do
together.
very often this day and age. We went out and got a pickup baseball game or softball game going.
What did you guys think about like when rock and roll and all those sort of music selections came out?
That was our music.
That was our era. Rock and roll. That's all that's all we knew, except what our parents played from the 30s and 40s.
Country music,
Country
Country.
and
old time swing.
yeah, swing dance stuff.
Yeah.
But our music was rock and roll, and that's what we danced to
Yeah.
at shop.
What did your
sock hops?
What did your parents think of all the rock and roll?
I don't think it bothered mine any. They'd make comments like out there jumping around, you know, looking silly doing that. But
Yeah. Last question. Did you have a favorite decade? Can you think of anything else about life that we haven't already covered? So, like, what was your guys' favorite decade?
50s.
I think so, because things were simple,
Yeah.
They were more innocent.
you know, and just, you know, kind of like everybody knew everybody, and
Everybody was in the same boat. And most of them were. Most all of them were working poor. You lived with it.
Yeah. What advice would you give future generations about their youth?
Well, we'll start off with a simplistic term and say something like, be honest to yourself. Don't try to be something you're not.
Be honest with yourself. Don't try to be something you're not.
Yeah. Don't use that as an excuse not to try to be better. But when you come down to it, accept the fact of who you are, and give yourself a full effort when you try to add to that. Is that it?
Yep. Are you okay, Grandma?
I gotta get something to drink.
Okay,
you
thank
could
you.
cut that part out.
Okay, thank you guys for answering my questions and hopefully giving me a decent grade.